what we can do within big data. I hope you can all see this slide. I'm on slide number 9 on big data management, on the question of how organizations are dealing with big data. So one of the things that commonly everyone understands is that when we are talking about big data, we are talking about multitude of sources, that we are not talking about a single source, we're talking about many sources of data coming together, which is right. So what exactly is happening in the industry today? In terms of big data applications, structured data is still prominent. As I said earlier, we are not throwing away whatever data acquisition and data management infrastructure we have in place. So there's a lot of scope for managing relational data. The structured data size will be now quite large, but that's very prominent. That's very much part of your big data applications. At the next level, semi-structured data is widely used. So we know that data will come to us in combinations of many things. It could be as many event kind of data, many hierarchies, and along with your relational data. And there are a lot of standards now like XML or JSON and RSS, which is covering this kind of semi-structured data. So that's a widely used format as far as big data applications are concerned. The third interesting aspect is that social media data is managed very actively. As I showed you at the beginning of my presentation, there's a deluge of social media data, and companies have to manage that very actively. And though this is a relatively new source of data, it's getting, the importance of social media data within big data is quite high. So much so that many people associate big data with social media analytics. And the next aspect is unstructured data, which is as of now slightly low compared to the use of structured and semi-structured data, but it's beginning to gain importance. So this could be a lot of your textual data, and this is where companies can mine a lot of information about the opinions, about the sentiments, about the moods of customers. And so that's definitely beginning to gain importance, and with especially a lot of advances in areas like natural language processing. And apart from this, companies are today leveraging on your geospatial, sensor, and mission data. They have definitely arrived. So there's a lot of analysis of this kind of data and connected to your regular structured data. Web applications have been existing for a long time. So web data is a common source of big data. So one can look at your web logs, clickstream data to understand how customers are behaving. So what kind of product combinations they are buying, and what is kind of attracting them, or what is making them drop certain things and things like this. So there's a lot of wealth of information that can be obtained from your clickstream data. So this is what organizations are doing as far as big data is concerned. The technology that we use is the material here. So what is important is that we look at this variety of sources and see how we can make use of them. So we need to now look at, okay, doing all this, I mean, what is the end result as far as organizations are concerned? As I said, we are starting with business outcomes, and therefore we need to see what is the end result of all these big data initiatives. So we all know that it brings in immense value to the organization across all domains. So I listed out a few domains. I mean, it can be applied to any domain, irrespective of the size or the customer intensity and things like that. So at the very first outcome that we are looking at is, can I predict and understand customer behavior in a better manner? So this is one question that big data addresses head on and provides answers. So we are trying to recognize sales and marketing opportunities. We are trying to see if we can do very fine segmentation of our customer base. So where a particular company, let's say, has defined its customer segments into, let's say, 10 different segments. Now big data can enable that to be multiplied by 10 times and have 100 different segments of the same customer base. So that's the kind of value that we're talking about. And of course, fraud detection. Fraud detection has been there for quite some time, but now with big data we are seeing whether that fraud detection score, the likelihood of fraud score can be enhanced as far as, let's say, an insurance company is concerned. And targeted social influencer marketing. So as I said, social media data is available in plenty, and that's one area big data has made a lot of inroads into analyzing. And so we know with the social media data that we can do targeted marketing. We know who are the social influencers based on the social media activity, and therefore we can target them. Quantification of risks, which is again associated with aspects like fraud detection, that we can do a finer segmentation. We can quantify the risks in a lot better way. So we can build a better risk profile of customers based on the fine segmentation that we can do. So if you look at all these problems and areas are nothing new. They've been there for quite a long time. They've been the scope of many quantitative techniques. But today, with the availability of big data, they're all taking a different dimension. So basically, our prediction of customer behavior is increasing. Our segmentation opportunities are increasing. Fraud detection is improving in efficiency and effectiveness. So this is a kind of what we are seeing in big data, is that the change in mindset is bringing about a new kind of benefits in the existing areas. So I am taking on the question now